Ladies and gentlemen, I have a critical question for you today. How toxic is the water system in your town? Did you know that getting a passing grade from the federal government does not mean the water in your town meets the latest health guidelines? Actually, legal limits for contaminants in tap water have not been updated in like 20 years. So that's why we have the Environmental Working Group. It's a consumer nonprofit organization out of Washington, D.C. that researches tap water. If you want to know about the contaminants in your town's tap water, check it out at their website, which is ewg.org. Now, I know that tons of you watching this are thinking right now, but I already have this really great drinking water that I use. I don't drink the tap water. Okay, but keep in mind there are several ways that you are still being exposed to toxins in your tap water. The number one way, of course, is showering and bathing. It's the biggest non-drinking exposure. Hot water opens up pores and creates steam, and you absorb the contaminants by skin absorption, inhalation of steam containing the volatile chemicals. And actually, if you take a 10-minute shower, that can expose you to more chlorine through skin and inhalation than drinking several liters of water. Number two way is dishwashing. I learned this the hard way in Uganda a few months ago when I had good drinking water, but I actually washed my personal blender out in the tap water, and I got sick. So even if you don't drink the water, residential contaminants remain on the dishes and utensils, and hot steamy water releases volatile contaminants into the air. Number three, washing fruits and vegetables. The chemicals in the water end up on the food, and you ingest them when you're eating the food. The number four way is through laundry. Volatile chemicals are released by hot water, and chlorine residue can irritate sensitive skin. Number five, cleaning and household use. Yes, we get exposed during mopping, filling buckets, spraying surfaces, and steam and aerosolized droplets release volatile contaminants. Number six is humidifiers and misters if you have them. Using tap water in those devices releases metals, PFAS, chemicals into the air, and it causes deep inhalation into the lungs as a fine aerosol. Number seven, are you thinking about your pets? Pets drink or bathe in the tap water, and the PFAS and chemicals are tracked around the home. Number eight, baby formula in bottles. It causes a high exposure for infants. Tap water is used for formula, and that means ingestion. Bottle washing exposes infants to contaminants. I know we don't want our infants being exposed. Number nine, cooking. We all cook in our kitchens, boilings. We might be boiling soups, rice, pasta. All that means we're ingesting the toxins. The contaminants concentrate as water evaporates. Okay, so I went ahead and checked what the Environmental Work Group has to say about the four largest cities in the United States and the chemicals in their water systems. All of these chemicals, actually, they have a potential cancerous effect. Let's take a look at how those four cities are doing and which city. So we'll have a little contest here to see which city has the worst tap water. Arsenic, Los Angeles wins with 572 times the recommended exposure level by the Environmental Work Group. Bromate, LA wins again with 28 times the recommended exposure. Bromochloroacetic acid, Houston wins with 229 times the recommendation. Bromodichloromethane, Chicago wins with 140 times recommended level. Chloroform, New York City wins with 86 times recommended level. Chromium, Houston wins with 37 times. Dibromoacetic acid, Houston at 32 times. Dibromochloromethane, Chicago wins at 50 times recommended exposure. Dichloroacetic acid, Houston wins 76 times recommended exposure. Holoacetic acids, version 5, New York City wins at 382 times recommended exposure. Holoacetic acid version 8, New York City winds with 892 times recommended exposure. Nitrate, Los Angeles, 12 times. Nitrate and nitrite together, LA at 6.5 times. Radium, Chicago at 18 times. Total trihalomethanes, New York City winds at 259 times. Trichloroacetic acid, New York City winds at 240 times. And uranium, LA, 7 times the recommended level by the Environmental Work Group. So, how are these four cities doing? Actually, this is not just for big cities. Small cities have the same problem. My own town, Cedar City, Utah, has arsenic levels of 1,270 times the recommended level, which is higher than those four cities. But with the four cities, Houston had the most types of chemicals that are exceeding the guidelines by EWG group. And then Houston actually had 37 other chemicals that were detected that were not exceeding guidelines, but they were still chemicals in the water. So yeah, Houston wins the prize of the major cities of the U.S. for having the poorest tap water. Also, HealthandMed.com offers ways of protecting you from ongoing exposure to chemicals in your water. We have two brands of water filtration systems that we highly recommend, including whole house systems. All right, guys, so now you know the amount of toxins in your water systems in your towns, and you know what Health and Med has to help you with past toxins that you've been exposed to and protecting you from future water contaminants. Good luck and be healthy. Check us out at healthandmed.com.